I was going to put this at the end of the last episode, but I'm a dozy sod, so I forgot. So here it is now.
帰ろう。里へ帰ろう。
Yeah, that was worth the wait, wasn't it? So this is the first Dead or Alive game I ever played. Because it was one of the launch titles for the original Xbox, and we'd ordered a few games, but for whatever reason, out of the 4 we'd ordered, only 1 was actually available. Like, they were like, yeah, these games are going to be on the Xbox, and like half of them weren't out on release, including Star Wars Obi-Wan. So my dad just went out only one of the 4 games arrived, so my dad just went out the following day and was like, okay then, I'll just buy a game and he just bought Dead or Alive 3 because it's a fighting game. I like fighting games, and I really enjoyed it. I actually remember it was one of the. I actually got rid of that and the other 2 games. I got Mad Dash Racing and Star Wars Obi-Wan because I was short of money back then. This was like 2002 or something, so I'd traded them in so I could get Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. That was a really good game. But yeah, this was the start of DOA Ninja Gaiden exclusivity on the Xbox for a while, because Itagaki was like, yeah, the Xbox is where it's at, like fuck everything else, you know. I don't know why he was such a massive Xbox fanboy, but he was. And some titles started getting released on other systems, like say Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, stuff like that. But like the core titles were just limited to the Xbox consoles. So yeah, we have Dead or Alive 3. It's not quite as it's not as good as Ultimate, but it is still a really good game. Quick check of the options to make sure everything's all set up right. Now put this in normal. Don't want this whole thing to go too quickly, do we? But still keeping it on easy. There's not really that much to unlock as far as character costumes go. And you can see that the roster is notably bigger than DOA Ultimate. Well, 2. All of a sudden, Bayman's back, and we got some new characters. And Hayate is now taking on his ninja form. There's also actually Ain. Ain is his form from the previous game. That's unlockable, but not for story mode. So we're going to begin with Ayane. She has that outfit, of course, but she has this one, which is actually my favourite outfit of hers. This cool, like... I like it better when she's in the actual ninja outfits. I don't like it when she's wearing these stupid sex appeal costumes and shit. I think when she's actually dressed like a ninja, it's better. So, the main plot of this game is... Hayate is back in the Mugen Tenshin clan. Pretty sure that's the name of the clan overall. And he is now he's taken. I'm not sure if it's established within this story or if it's just from Dimensions, but I think this is the point where he's taken over the clan. And you may recall me mentioning Genra in the intro. He was Ayane's adoptive father figure. He is now being captured by Doatech and like brainwashed to be their puppet. And so Ayane is out to end his suffering. And I think so this is why Ayane has one of the best stories, because of this game in particular. Because she gets some really interesting character moments within the story. I mean, they ruined it with Dimensions, but I'll get more into that later. Yeah, the Kasumi clones. Now this is one of the interesting scenes. Yeah, the translation's a little iffy. Oh, actually there's Hayate-sama. That's interesting. Yeah, so she seems to be under the impression that Kasumi's trying to kill Genra, when Kasumi, all she's after is trying to find Hayate again. And Ayane's actually at the point where she'll actually let Kasumi see Hayate simply because she's too busy trying to end Genra's suffering. And that's one of the things I'm talking about. That is cool. Though they changed the setting for this fight and for dimensions, and they moved it to like a bridge stage from DOA 4. It's stupid. So I'm opening this with Ayane because, well, spoiler alert, she is the one who canonically kills Genra. Plus, just generally the fact that it's giving an opportunity to actually talk about how the plot can be really good. Also, this stage is awesome. One gameplay change with this game is the fact that you can actually kill your opponent. Well, not kill, but defeat your opponent with damage from falls. Like, fall damage can take them out. That wasn't a thing in DOA 2. Like, it could bring them down to the absolute lowest health, but they would always have health left. With DOA Ultimate, they changed it back, and like most things, they kept Ultimate as the base for 4. While I think 5 has changed it back, mainly because they've done a lot more stuff with falls. There's cool new interactions they've got with it, which I think is really cool. But I think in 5 you can actually hold on to the edge. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, so Hayate has taken over, so he's saying that he has to do it, and Ayane is so determined to kill Genra herself, she's actually willing to go up against Hayate. Yeah. That's how determined she is. It annoyed me with Dead or Alive Dimensions though, because Ayane primarily just sticks with the outfit from 2, which she uses in, well, Ultimate, which she uses in 4 again, and this other crappy outfit, like a festival outfit for the 3 section. She wears this part very briefly, only because they reuse her pre-rendered ending, in which she's wearing this outfit. Yeah, the endings are pre-rendered in this game, so they're generally a lot better than the ones from 2. I like that when the character just doesn't say anything because of the emotion of the moment. So everything's on fire, then here he is, Genra. See how great this moment is? Like she's trying to end her father's suffering. Oh yeah, when you knock Genra over, he creates a shockwave along the ground. So you can either try and jump over it or block. He's normally tougher than that. Yeah, another option is just do like a couple of punches repeatedly. Don't finish the combo because you won't knock him over that way. He's one of those bosses with that type of exploit. Now, I want you to just watch this scene for a minute. So, Ayane has just killed her father figure, which, as we've seen with the... I know the quality's not like great because I played on 360 with emulation and that. But I want you to keep in mind. So, Genra has just... He basically adopted Ayane. He took her in when everyone else in the village despised her just because she was born through a rape. It's not that it's not her fault. Basically, everyone within the ninja clan is a complete twat. But see, she's tearfully burning his body after she's just put him out of his suffering. In Dead or Alive Dimensions, they retconned it that Genra was not brainwashed. He was just evil. He was working for Doatech willingly. He willingly went through the process of becoming this big samurai guy just to become more powerful. And he even goes to the extent of actually mind controlling Ayane, which makes me wonder why he even bothered adopting her in the first place if he cares so little for her that he's willing to take control of her mind. And then the big finale is that it's not even Ayane who kills him. Not alone. She fights him alongside Hayate. And I might as well show you Hayate while I'm here. Yeah, he has these outfits. No, that one's not good. I'll put him in this one. This one in green, the alternate colour. So Ayane works with Hayate against Genra, and they're getting their asses kicked. And then Ryu throws kunai into his head when he's about to kill him. That don't kill him, right? But then he jumps in and impales him with his sword. Ryu just impales him, which keeps him in place somehow. Which gives you the opportunity to defeat Genra, because basically no one can do anything without Ryu around. It's absolute bollocks, and it completely ruins the entire story of DOA 3 by removing all the emotion from it. And it makes that when they play the pre-rendered ending for Ayane, it makes no sense. Like, why is she crying over this guy who is a complete monster? Like, if she was going to cry over him betraying her, she would have done it before then. It's absolute bollocks. But I'd like to pretend that didn't happen. Like, in fact, that whole bullshit didn't happen. That Genra was a good guy and was just brainwashed to be evil. It's the best way to think about it. Because otherwise, like, the entire emotion of the story of DOA 3 is just dead. Oh, look, it's Ryu Hayabusa. Before he got that Ninja Gaiden outfit that became the only clothes he actually wears now. Yeah, so basically in Dimension this fight happens twice, if I recall correctly. I think it's like Ryu fights Hayate once, just to spar or whatever, and then they do it again later, and it's just stupid. But yeah, so dumb. Yeah, so there's a big Hollywood Hogan. So you know Hayate's story. I already mentioned that he basically just wants to kill Genra for the sake of the clan or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I know Ayane is not that likable a character, but Hayate is not that likable either. Honestly, I think out of all the ninjas, the only one I actually really like as a character is Kasumi, because Ayane has a good story in this game, but she's also a bitch in general. Like Hayate, you think he'd be the kind of you think Hayate would just say, "Screw the clan's rules, I want to see my sister," but he's like, "No, the clan's rules must be obeyed above all else." It's like, you're such a dick, Hayate. I mean, I get what the repercussions are, but you know, you don't sacrifice family for some shitty rules that make no sense, you know? And Ryu, I dislike him because he never changes clothes, and he's just meant to be this really cool guy, which is not really that cool. And basically, they're trying to retcon him into like the ultimate warrior that no one else can beat, and I don't like that idea. So now I have to defeat Ayane. Obviously, this doesn't actually happen. I don't think this fight even happens in Dimensions. No, it doesn't, because the two fight together against Genra, while Ryu's off trying to save Irene, because she's Irene. You know, ever since like Ninja Gaiden 2, Irene's been like the most worthless person ever. Well, except for maybe Rachel, but Rachel at least got better with time. But that's no, that's a topic for another day. If I ever do the Ninja Gaiden games, maybe someday. So yeah. Hello, Genra. His armor's kind of shiny, actually. Yeah, you don't normally see that in games of this era. Like you rarely see it on the 360 as well. You don't really see like shiny stuff like this. Unless it's like a game that has like a massive budget and has loads of detail, like something like, say, Metal Gear, you might expect it. But in most games, especially a fighting game, you don't really expect that level of detail. But that's the thing. Dead or Alive's always kind of been like almost like a pioneer of really beautiful looking fighting games. Maybe just so they can have more focus on how sexy the female characters are, but regardless of what their intentions are, it still is really good. Oh, so you may notice that Genra's name was down as Omega, because there's Project Alpha, which is the Kasumi clone, Project Epsilon, which is Hayate, and Project Omega, which is Genra. What the others are is never explained, and the fact they put Omega means, oh, he has to be the last one, which is an odd choice. I mean, you'd think you would save a few, and I would assume that some of the stuff from DOA 5 and 4 as well fits in better. It makes sense to be after Omega. It's just weird. So here's Hayate sending out his ninjas. this is the problem is that some of these scenes can be quite good. It's just a lot of them don't really have any real context. Like, okay, so Hayate is sending out his ninjas, and then what? That's it. That was a complete waste of time.